Hi and welcome to the Malat Cookery channel. So it's an absolutely glorious day today. Got a lot of family members coming around for a barbecue, so just thought I'd share some of the recipes I'm going to do for them today. So as I said, really nice day today. So north of the UK where we live, and if you live in the north of the UK or you know about the north of the UK, you'll know that on days like this we have to take full advantage because they don't come around very often. So we've got our parasol, we've got a pool out for the kids. If you want to know why that pool is covered with a dark tarpaulin, I've just done a video for my other channel, Man Cave Projects, showing how to heat up a small children's paddling pool or swimming pool very quickly. So go and check that video out. I'll put a link in the description below. So today just general barbecuing. So I've got a few of the Malat spices, some chicken, one or two other bits and pieces. Just thought I'd share what we're doing today with you guys, see what you think. So the first thing we're going to prepare is the wings. So we're going to be doing Chinese salt and pepper wings using the Malat Chinese salt and pepper seasoning. So just before we coat the wings, just want to describe what I consider to be a Chinese salt and pepper seasoning. So there are a number of different Chinese salt and pepper seasonings on the market. The Malat one, I know for a fact, is sold into Chinese restaurants and takeaways. And the thing about that type of seasoning is Chinese restaurants and takeaways want to be able to use it before cooking, during cooking and after cooking as well. So the grain size needs to be as small as possible, and you don't have herbs in a seasoning that you're able to use after cooking, because herbs obviously need time to actually cook through. So there are a number of different Chinese salt and pepper seasonings on the market. Some of them have very large grain size, even chili flakes in them. That is not something that a Chinese takeaway or a restaurant would use. So if you're not using a Malat Chinese salt and pepper seasoning, try and find one with a really small grain size, and the grain size should be roughly about salt grain size. So all we need to do with these is just give them a nice even coating with the Chinese salt and pepper seasoning, turn them over, same again on the other side, and then I'm going to cover these with cling film or food wrap, leave them in the fridge for a couple of hours before they go on the barbecue, just so that all those flavours sort of get into that skin of the chicken wings. So next up, tandoori chicken. So I'm using thighs for this. If you click in the top right hand corner of the screen now, that link will take you to the video where I show how to make this homemade tandoori marinade or paste. So for this we're using the Malat tandoori masala spice mix. But if you haven't got access to that, then just use a really decent tandoori mix, dry rub mix for this particular recipe. And all we do is just give the chicken a really decent coat of this tandoori marinade on both sides. So what we're going to do is we're going to be using this paste through the cooking process up until about 15 minutes before, because we've transferred some of the raw meat juices from the chicken to the actual tandoori marinade itself. We don't want to use this unless it's been on the chicken and actually cooks through. So when you come to your last basting, so basically what we'll be doing here is placing the chicken onto the barbecue, basting the chicken through the barbecuing process up until about 15 minutes before the end of the cooking time, then just carry on cooking the chicken. If we've got any of this tandoori marinade or paste left, that goes straight in the bin. Don't be tempted to use that as a dip or after the cooking process just to give the chicken one final coat, again because of this transfer of raw meat juices from the chicken to the marinade itself. It's just better to be safe than sorry. So once I've finished coating this chicken, this will go into the fridge covered with food wrap again for about 2 hours. So the last one I'm going to do, this is chicken drumsticks I'm using here, is American Diner seasoning, the Malat American Diner seasoning. So I describe this almost like an all-purpose rub. Can be used on lots of things, even in to dress pizzas and burgers. I'm going to be using this as a dry rub. So before and during the cooking process, because something like American Diner has herbs, you can't use this as a seasoning after you finish cooking. So again, just going to coat this nice and evenly over all of the chicken, cling film over the top, and then into the fridge for 2 hours. So there you go, just some general barbecuing. Hope you like the video, and please subscribe to the channel. Your support is very much appreciated. Hope you all have a good weekend as well, and I certainly hope the weather's as good where you are as it is here. Thanks for watching.